Bang bang pizza skulls and schmackemagob, everybody. It's time for me to do one of these classic album reviews, and this time I'm going to talk about the first Great White album. Now before I talk about this, let me give you my little history on Great White. I absolutely love this album, obviously, because I'm doing an episode about it. I just think it's a smoking, really killer, heavy metal album. We're hard rock now, it's been diluted, but it'll always be metal to me. And it didn't do well. And they were on EMI, I think. Yeah, EMI, and then EMI dropped them, and who hired them? Who got them after this? It was, still EMI Capital. But it failed, so what they did was they rethought their stuff, and they came back as kind of like a safe blues band, bluesy rock and roll band, and I don't like stuff like that. I really don't. I mean, I know there are exceptions. There's some stuff I like that, but not much. So I really, you know, but they became bigger because of it. So obviously they did the right move, right? I'm not going to sit here going, they should have stayed like this. So if they would have stayed like that, it probably would have failed, and, you know, they'd be asking you right now, you want fries with that? But, yeah, I got this, and then, you know, they went away for a while. What was this, 84, I think? Yeah, 84. It was, they were supposed to open for Judas Priest, Defenders of Faith down here. They were touring with Judas Priest. But by the time it got here, we got Kick-Ass, which is fine because I dig that album Vices, but I like this album more. I really wanted to see Great White, and unfortunately I never got to see the Great White I like. But then they released this. Now I remember Night Flight. Remember Night Flight on the USA Network? They played the video for I Don't Want to Save the Day, something like that, right? I forgot the name of the song. Face the Day. And already they changed their style, bluesy, but it rocks still. So when I'm, you know, I got this, got a promo copy of it, and I didn't like it. This is like, all right, this is what they became. But then they released Rock Me, which I didn't like that either, but that's what made them big. So I gave it another shot. I was like, fuck it, let me give it another shot. I like this one even less. I mean, at least Face the Day, and actually I didn't mind the ballad. Save Your Love was a pretty cool ballad. I think Jack Russell's got an amazing voice, and I think he shines on that ballad. But this one I was like, that's it, I'm done. Now when this album came out, Hooked, my friend Buckwheat, yeah, I have a friend called Buckwheat. Well, I had a friend called Buckwheat. We had a falling out, but that's another episode. Man, this was, I mean, it's, again, if you're into this type of rocky rolly shit, you'll love it. I mean, they do execute it well, but it's not my thing, man. So, but what was cool was Enigma released the EP, On Your Knees EP, which was produced by Don Dokken, I think. Yeah, Don Dokken and Michael Wagner. This kicks ass. And they do, this is an EP, but it has all the songs except for Last Time, and I think No Way, are other songs. But this is a kick-ass album, and then they kind of re-released it on this as well. And this one's called Recovery Live, which has, you know, live tracks, Immigration Song. No, I think that's studio. I haven't heard this in a while. Actually, I don't know if this is the EP. I see Stick It on here, Substitute. Different songs, but whatever, I dig them both. This is the Great White I like. So let's talk about this one right here. Favorite song off the album is what kicks it off, Out of the Night. Great. That, I mean, it could have been diluted as hard rock now, but still, that song is metal. That song is metal, and it's cocky and it's badass, and the songs aren't on the back of the album, so I'm gonna have to take this album out so I can talk about each track. And honestly, I would almost say this is all killer no filler, but there is one song on here that is a good song, but the chorus is kind of like so it kind of like disqualifies it as an all killer no filler. But But yeah, Out of the Night's the first track. Stick It, I believe, I could be wrong, I believe that's the first song I heard. I saw the video, and I mean, if I would see that song now, I wouldn't be tempted to get the song, but you know, back then my brain wasn't fully developed, and I thought Stick It was pretty cool back then. Now looking back, it's like, it's still a cool song, but Stick It, I don't know. Sounds like something Hagar would write. Stick It, but it's not a bad song. But the next one, oh man, I remember my friend Emilio, he hated it. It's a cover of Substitute, which is a Who song. And I love it. I did see a few other people online like slam the hell out of this tune. They made a video for it. It has like a lot of like punk rockers in it and imagery, and I think it's a really well made video. I think the song just kicks ass. It's not like the Who version. It's more beefier and even got like a different riff going on. I think it's awesome, man. Leave a comment below if you think it's awesome, because I think I may be the only person that likes this version. Then Bad Boy, okay, Bad Boy, I still love it, but it's of the time. I'm on the run, bad boy. But again, Jack Russell's voice on this shit is just so awesome. And Mark Kendall, totally different guitar player at this time. He played more metal. And man, I totally dig that guitar solo. Then On Your Knees. Now, I dig that one as well, which is the title track of the EP. When I finally got to see Great White, they were touring with Whitesnake when Whitesnake had the huge self-titled album. And I was like, all right, finally I'm going to see, you know, by this time I was already turned off by the last two albums. Didn't think much of it, but you know, I had my hopes up they'd play stuff from the first album where they only played On Your Knees, which is okay, but I really did not like them. I thought Whitesnake was really good. They had Vivian Campbell at the time. I thought that was a smoking show. But that's the end of side one. And let's pick a random album real quick. I never do this during the classic album things when I'm in the halfway mark, but fuck it, let's do it here. Oh, Death Row, Riders of Doom. This is okay. I like this one better. The Decline of Western Civilization soundtrack, which has really great songs of artists that didn't appear in the movie, like Armored Saint and Queensryche and The Brave by Metal Church, Rigor Mortis, Foaming at the Mouth. Good stuff, man. It's a great, you know, other than, I don't like the Bathroom Wall, I don't like Faster Pudding Cat, so, yeah. But other than that, I dig it. Alright, so this side 2 starts with a total metal song, Street Killer. I mean, it's a grinding metal tune, man, even for that era, you know. Love Street Killer, man. It's one of my favorites on here. Probably my second favorite after Out of the Night. Then No Better Than Hell. And, you know, Jack Russell hitting the high notes on it, which he's never done since. Or maybe he has, because I don't analyze those later albums. But it's a great tune. Now, Hold On is the one. It's a great song, but I hate that chorus. Hold on. It's too, I don't know, syrupy. You know, I think it should have stayed, you know, with testosterone. Like, hold on, motherfucker! Hold on! Something like that, you know, instead of, hold on. Ruins it. So that's what ruins this album from being all killer, no filler. Because the rest of the song is great. I dig it. Then we got Nightmare, probably my third favorite. Oh man, it's just, I love how it starts with the little, you know, music box noise. And it gets real heavy, man. That's another, I would say, metal tune. Again, none of these songs sound like Great White later on, man. And then it ends with Dead End, which is a fast ripping tune. Which I love when albums end with a fast ripping tune. And that's it, man. That's my, you know, I think I wanted to talk about this album. Because, you know, and I know there's more people out there. I mean, come on, man. I cannot be the only one that just likes the first Great White album and think everything else they did afterwards, you know. I can't say, I mean, I could say it sucks, but it didn't suck for them because this album didn't do well. But when they turned into like you know, one of those phony baloney blues bands. Those Rocky Roller, mine, mine, mine. I don't even have that one. But anyway, hey, and if anybody likes this album right here, Hooked, I would gladly give it to you. But there ain't no fucking way I'm gonna mail it to you. If we ever meet, remind me, hey man, bring that Hooked album out. I want it. So I can go, here you go. And then when you get it, I go, poser. I'm kidding. I would never call any of my subscribers a poser because you're not. And if you like Later Great White, that's cool, man. My co-host in the Rock and Metal Combat podcast loves that shit, you know? But I don't. I just think it's terrible. They did release a Led Zeppelin album. My friend Pete made me a cassette of it. And it was all Zeppelin covers, and it was really, really good. But it's Zeppelin. You know, it's not none of their original shit. Anyway, wanted to talk about this, the first Great White album. I think it fucking rocks. It rules, it's metal, and I wish I could have seen this Great White. Because by the time I saw them, I think that bass player and guitar player was out. I think only Mark Kendall was left in the band. And I did see Great White a couple more times. I saw them open for Dokken on the Erase the Slate tour, and I saw them like a few years ago at the Miami Casino at one of those pre-cruise shows, because I believe it was Raven played it, and Madam X. I wanted to see that shit. But my God, that Great White with that Mitch Malloy guy was so bad. I mean, of course they didn't play nothing from the first album, but it was just bad. I mean, I was walking around most of it. I did sit down and watch like 2-3 songs, and I was like, fuck this. And I walked around, but I kept hearing it in the background going, Jesus Christ. I wish I would have brought in my iPod to jam to that while instead of listening to shit. That shit was torture. But anyway, that's it. Oh yeah, and my friend Brian, who likes Later Great White, he even said that shit sucked. You know? But anyway, that's it. So hey, thanks for watching. If you like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and bang bang pizza skulls, that little notification bell. Right on, everybody. Stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and the first Great White, and SHMACKEMAGOB. Bah!